Ready? Stop being so angry, man.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too. One.
Just go.
One.
Just go.
One.
Just go.
No,
Just
one.
Cut this part out.
Two. Is it still recording? Yeah. Okay, it's just that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Wrestling Classic. Our visual help here is frozen, but that's okay. What's going on?
Nothing.
Nothing? You picked the topic for today. So what is our topic for today?
I don't know. What was the topic?
Today, Rain City Toys here, Arvy, chose that we want to talk about wrestlers that should have been world champion that never won the world title.
Did you make your list?
Are we doing lists?
What's it going to be? What? Like top 5, top 10, or just...
Should we do 3 each?
3 each?
3 each, because you say who and you explain why and maybe when you think they could have.
Fine.
Okay.
3 each? 3 is top, no?
I think it's alright.
Okay, sure. Then let's do 3.
Before we get into it though, shout out to everyone that's been checking out the recent interviews. Mick Foley, Sammy Guevara. We still have Rhino coming up, Mustafa Ali. So if you guys aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. If you aren't subscribed to the TWC Show, make sure you're subscribed. And before we get into it too, just so we get it out of the way, what's going on in the toy world? Anything new coming in?
What do I got coming in here? I got the new CM Punk Ultimates coming back in stock. So I know people have been asking about those. So I'll be restocking on those. Got still the Great Muta, some of those, The Rock, Damian Priest, and just.
Is there nothing special coming in? Any more exclusives or like?
I should
Ultimates.
get the ringside exclusive stuff coming in. I think Hornswoggle.
Oh really?
John Cone, yeah.
John Cone got a figure?
Yeah, he's got the SmackDown shirt and then.
That's good for him. Shout out to John
SmackDown,
Cone. Great guy.
SmackDown.
Shout out to John Cone.
So yeah, but plus I'm always getting collections, so I don't know what's gonna pop up. So keep checking out the website. There's always something new popping up there.
Really quickly, before we get into the people that we think should have been world champions, how do you feel about the awesome CM Punk John Cena promo this week? Those two of them. How do you feel about CM Punk going to Saudi?
Sellout.
No. It fits the story. Cena's forcing him to go to make him a hypocrite.
He's a sellout. CM Punk's a
this guy
sellout. He's doing it for the money. He already said he's doing it for the money.
John Cena's doing it for the money.
He's here.
Hey producer, can you at least let us know when we hit like 20 minutes just because this is frozen and we can't see? Like I don't look at it now and like time it in your head.
Yeah, for the first time we got a producer.
We got someone here to help us. Because we're inadequate, we're sitting in this room because all of our... he's talking to us now.
You're not supposed to talk. You're just
the voice of the voiceless over there.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's all we want to see here, right?
He's actually co-hosted the TWC Show in the past. Yeah, back in the old studio, the one with the Vibe studio back in the day in 2019.
He did such a good job that you brought him back so many
Well, he's producing now. He moved up in the ranks. Started at the bottom here on the couch and moved up.
Yeah. Maybe you'll have a seat with us one
day. Maybe. And we talk about wrestling because, you know, he's telling us how much he's been enjoying it lately and how it's his favorite thing and it's so easy to watch, you know?
CM Punk's promo was
CM Punk, best in the world.
His promo was garbage.
Did you, by any chance, I know you might have not because you don't really watch NXT all the time, did you catch the Blake Monroe video package?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so they did a video package for her. It was very Sabrina Carpenter influenced and inspired. That's pretty cool.
Well, speaking about Blake Monroe.
Yeah, the Mariah episode's pushed again for another week. We're going to do that next week. Well, she's signing her contract this week, and I will tell you guys the Mariah May story next week when we have less technical difficulties and a proper setup. And
so we're not going to talk about Mariah May again?
No, we can talk about it next week. I know people want to know like how we met and our whole story and how I know her for so long and whatnot. And, you know, we'll break that story down. I actually talked to her today. We're talking about some social media stuff, but we'll keep it on the DL.
Yeah, you guys met, I think, a Radio Shack, right?
Radio Shack? What, in like fucking 1994? Like, wait, she wasn't even born. I think she was born in like 96. But, what? Oh no, she's Jaden's age. She was born in 98, I think. That's crazy. Now she's on NXT. What are you doing with your life, man? Shout to producer.
Taking shots at the only person that's actually watched this record, right? He's never coming back.
He's gonna producing this shit ever again. Yeah, that's pretty much anything that's going on. Did you watch AEW this week?
Oh, let me tell you about AEW.
Wait, did you though?
Oh yeah. You know what? Tony
4
Khan,
hours.
What?
4 hours AEW this week.
Tony Khan, if you sponsor us, just like CM Punk, I will sell out. And I will, on this show, always say, fuck CM Punk, just for
If Tony Khan sponsors us, we will cover AEW positively every week for the next year.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this championship stuff before I get myself in trouble. You know, it's once again one of those situations where we're recording so late. I'm so tired. I have no filter right now. I'm just going to say whatever, which is probably not a great idea, but you're going to do the CEO dance? You do it every week on the show.
If Tony Khan pays me, I'll do it. I'll do it more often.
What if Sasha pays you? The Mercedes pays you with the money train. She comes on through.
Mercedes, yeah, if she wants to pay me, I don't mind. I'll sell out.
This guy is basically the whole synopsis of what's going on here is this guy's gonna sell out to whatever as long as you pay him.
Bills are high, interest rates are high. They ain't cutting interest rates anytime soon. I will sell out for anybody.
And this is why you guys listen to the TWC show to learn about interest rates. This ain't just yapping.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let's talk about it. People that should have been world champions that aren't world champions or never won the world title. I just want to make a point here before anyone goes, this person won like the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. Or this person won the champion of Georgia Championship Wrestling or USWA.
It could be
WCW, WWE.
Okay.
TNA?
I don't care for New Japan.
No, not New Japan.
TNA.
Okay, no TNA. So if they never won the
WCW,
they never won the WCW world title, and they never won any world title in the WWE. And that means the world title the WWE had, the Universal title, any of those world titles the WWE's had. Yeah. They just never won it.
So you start with their list.
Well, let's go one for one. So I say one, then you say one.
Sure,
so I think first off, someone that never won a world title in either major company is Roddy Piper, and I think he should have. And I understand the WWF system when he was there is kind of like, someone has a really long reign and they don't really win the title, whatnot. Like, I mean, he could have probably won it from Hogan in like 85 or something, and then Hogan won it back, but that never happened. But I really think at Starrcade 1996, he faced Hogan and he beat him, but the title wasn't on the line. And I look at that sometimes and I'm like, what the fuck wasn't the title on the line?
Well,
they gave Lex Luger a one-day title win over Hogan and winning it back like the week after, but why couldn't it be Piper? So Piper's one person I think that, obviously a lot of these people, the legacy lives on whether they win the title or don't win the title. Like Roddy Piper's always going to be Roddy Piper, but I do think he should have been a world champion either WWE or WCW.
He's always an obvious choice, I would say, right?
Yeah. And I started off with an obvious one.
Yeah, I guess this could be obvious, but I always thought Mr. Perfect should have been world champion.
See, that's someone would have came at us and be like, well, he was the AWA World Heavyweight Champion in 1980.
Yeah. In that exact voice.
But exactly, eating the Cheetos in the basement, telling us how AEW is the greatest wrestling promotion in the world, and Will Ospreay is the greatest professional wrestler of all time.
He was great at promos.
Yeah.
You know what? For that 5 seconds, just totally zoned out. I have no idea what you said. The only thing I caught at the end was he was eating Cheetos. You said that? Did you say Cheetos?
And that was the thing I said, like, did the piano just make noise?
I swear the piano just heard my joke and hit a sound.
We got sounds in this. That was fucking weird. Yo, do you have ghosts in this house? Things that were missing, the piano's playing by itself.
Today's not that day, man.
Holy shit.
You said Cheetos, right? You did end with Cheetos?
Yeah.
But anyways, Mr. Perfect, who's your choice?
No, but why and when would he have won that? Why should he have won it and when would you think he could have?
I don't think there was any specific moment, but he was just so good on the mic. His promos are great. He was a great wrestler. There should have been an opportunity for him to move into the title picture.
I think Mr. Perfect could have beat Hulk Hogan in 1990.
Did he ever get a title shot?
Yeah, he faced Hogan on Saturday Night's Main Event for the world title.
Okay, but like I don't ever remember him getting like a main pay-per-view title shot, right?
No, not a major one.
He should have. He could have won like a King of the Ring and then got a title shot, right?
Yeah.
So he was one of those guys that I think elevated the IC title that he should have graduated from there and moved into.
Yeah, especially during that time where like the IC title was technically for most people, not everybody, obviously like Tito Santana and Steamboat left before the opportunity really came, but the IC title was for most people a stepping stone to the world title. Another obvious one. And that's like right in front of my face.
I know.
The bad guy, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, never won a world title in WWF.
What a shame.
Or in WCW. And I think it could have happened in WCW. I think his run in WWF was too short.
WCW?
Yeah, I think his run in WWF was too short. Think about it, he was only there from 93 to 96. Or 92 to 96. At the end of 92, like October, August time, to 96, mid-96. I feel like if he stayed, he probably would have been a world champion there, but he dipped for more money in a lighter schedule. So But he also, and he probably would have said it himself, was never a mark for the title. Didn't care to win the title like that. But I think he could have won it in WCW at some point.
Yeah.
It would have been a big deal.
So if I had to go with another option, the thing is you've already taken 2 guys off my top 3 list. But I'm trying to
think of a third person right now.
Third person. Well, I'm still on number 2 here. I think Jake the Snake should have had a world title.
That's a good one too. So we're really sticking with the old school guys here.
Well, I don't know what new guys I'd really consider at this point.
So Jake the Snake, yeah.
Jake the Snake. I think he was so over. He had that feud. I mean, it wasn't a world title feud, but with Macho. You know, if you can get in the picture with Macho, I think you should be able to get into a world title picture.
Yeah, I guess we really shouldn't talk about anyone that possibly still has the opportunity to win the world title because they could. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say LA Knight.
R-Truth.
Because like they still have the chance to win it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm
Where,
thinking
like Jake
of someone.
can't, Roddy can't, Hall can't.
I'm gonna say whose
Perfect
career is over,
can't.
right?
Yeah.
Whose career is over. So Jake the Snake is one guy was considered as a world champion. Saw him as a world champion, but I guess he never got that title. Now, before we get on to our next guy, Ted DiBiase, does he count?
He does count. He never won a world title.
Did he not buy it off Andre the Giant?
Ooh. You know,
So
I
does
think
that count? I
think it should count.
Yeah. They don't really count that in history, do they?
No, they wipe it, but like to be fair, there's a lot of other title reigns that shouldn't.
But for
like, wasn't there a title reign for Randy Orton where Vince just like gave him the title? Wasn't Triple H the first world champion because Bischoff took it out of a briefcase and just gave it to Triple H?
They should count Ted's title.
They should.
Yeah, it's a shame that they don't.
But back in that day, like the perception of it all was different, right? Like it was like, oh, he got erased from the history books because he bought it. Like it doesn't count, but
Which was a great way to win a title.
yeah,
Right? It's such a
Andre
Ted
won.
DiBiase.
You know what they also don't do, which is really insane, is they also don't count Andre's title win. When Andre won the title and gave it to Ted DiBiase, both those title reigns don't count.
Because who came back to win? Was it?
No, they technically made it vacated, and because it got vacated, they did the tournament at WrestleMania 4, and then Savage won the title.
I, for some reason, think that Brett came in right away and...
No, Savage. That's when and then Savage held the title for 1988 because Hogan was dipping in and out to go film a movie, and then they just had Savage be the guy while Hogan was obviously the most
that
of the
moment
time.
should be acknowledged.
Yeah.
And talked about more, but they don't.
Like, Andre's title win should have been counted, and Ted DiBiase should have been counted, and then Savage.
Because technically, be Andre vacated Ted.
Because Andre never won the belt either.
Yeah,
He never won the WWE Championship.
Yeah. Wow, so he could be another... Well, he did win, but they don't count it.
But they don't count it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Well, I'm going to... For this argument, we'll say they did win.
Yeah.
So you got a third guy to
A
pick.
third guy is harder, and I'm trying to think.
It is.
That wouldn't have the opportunity to win it anymore. Damn, who are we missing?
I guess we're maybe Marty Jannetty.
No. Bray won him. Bray was a good
There
one.
was always a Marty Jannetty.
If we were going to go a little bit newer, like, and I think, are we counting AEW? Because we can. It's still a viable second company.
To win in AEW?
To win a world title, and they could have won it in AEW.
I don't care shit about AEW.
Oh, okay, because I was like, Brody Lee would have been a good
I
one.
would just say, well, yeah, I mean, Brody Lee was great, but I mean, even in WWE, he could have won, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, let's stick to WWE and WCW.
I'm really trying to think. No, OG. I mean, there's so many names I can just throw out there, but I don't know if I really like. You know, Bam Bam Bigelow was pretty sick in the '90s. Like, he could have been the guy to win the world title.
I mean, I would really like to say Dean Malenko, but that's just because of biased opinion.
Eddie won, Benoit won.
Yeah.
Who didn't win that was like sick? Ray won.
Yeah, and you think we're just reaching at this point?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of
Okay,
like...
so me personally,
We did no research before this, and I know I've talked about this before. This is really just off the top of our heads.
Yeah, so I'm going to say a guy, because I thought he was so over for a certain point, and he was really popular, and you know, when he had that feud with Taker, I think he should have been winning the world title, was Goldust.
My Goldust is a good guy that's never really won a world title in any major company.
That Goldust Undertaker feud, like, he was really believable to beat the Undertaker. He was so bizarre.
Yeah.
And he was over. Yeah.
There's certain guys that can't, like, you know, I can't say, because, you know, Vader won the WCW one, Rick Rude won the WCW one, so I can't say those guys.
Yeah.
Sting won WCW one, so I can't say Sting.
DDP's one.
DDP's one.
Yeah.
Another one that I could maybe say, because I think they should have won a world title and they didn't, and he's still around, and I don't think he's gonna win the WWE title, and definitely not gonna win the WCW title, but it was John Morrison. I remember when The Miz won the title, I thought John Morrison could potentially win, and then that never happened. But there was a point where I thought John Morrison was really cool and over and different and unique, and that never happened, you know?
Well, when he came back the second stint, it seemed like
nothing was nothing. I don't. At first, and then nothing happened. But you can say that about a lot about the second shit. Like, you know, as time goes on, you might sit here and be like, you know what? Shelton Benjamin should have been a world champion.
That's a big one,
right? Like, what if Shelton won this stuff, right? Oh no, he won the world title. I was about to say Christian, but he still won the world title.
He did after,
you know. As a single superstar.
How do you feel about Matt Hardy?
That's what I was about to say. As a single superstar, like Matt Hardy never won the WWE or like the world title. He won the ECW world title, but you know, that's someone. Here's a guy they totally missed the boat on that should have been a world champion. It was Wade Barrett in 2011. Like, he should have, when the Nexus thing was going on, like, he should have beat someone for the title, and then Cena had to, like, win it back from him or something. You want to talk about someone else that probably could have been a world champion their time running there, and Cena ruined it? Now they're on the Cena era. Umaga. Like, Umaga could have been the world champion. Cena had to ruin that, too. Because we're going to super Cena. We're going to make sure Cena wins for the little PG children and shit. 25-year plan is nuts.
That's part of this plan.
What are we at? 15? Wow, producer's not talking anymore. I think he just gave me the middle finger. This is a religious household. That's crazy.
He just gave us the middle finger.
Does that mean there's 1 minute left? I don't know. Was that, is that like sign language or something? But yeah, who else? Now I'm thinking of Umaga. What do you think about Mr. Kennedy? Do you think he had an opportunity? How about MVP? Like, you know?
No, not MVP.
Kennedy
I do
was
like
over.
him, actually. I do like MVP a lot.
No, when MVP was around
but
in 08
Mr. Kennedy, I thought he was...
Because he had so many... Like, they had plans to push him. He won the Money in the Bank. Yeah. He got hurt. They put it on Edge. He was supposed to be Vince McMahon's son. He got suspended for a violation or something. And then he was gone.
And they fired him because he dropped
Then he fired him because he dropped Randy Orton. Yeah, so...
Yeah. He was, you're right. He actually was on the path to win the world title.
Yeah, and then that never happened. Once again, he did in TNA, but we're not counting TNA, so that's wild. Another one would be from that same era, kind of. Wow, I was on the top of my head, and now I'm forgetting it. But no, he's from a lot of different eras. I don't think it would have happened unless it happened in like 2008 or like. Yeah, it could have happened with the world title. I think if a guy like Jack Swagger could win the world title, I think a guy like William Regal could have won the world title. Briefly. In 2008.
Yeah, a brief stint.
Do you remember when he was like the GM and then he like became the king of the ring, but then like it seemed like he was getting this push, but then he got suspended too for a violation?
Yeah. So, okay, we've named who we think...
We named a lot.
We did name a lot. So, I know we didn't think about this. Who was your favorite...
We didn't even think about the first question. You just said you wanted that as a topic. I was like, yeah, we'll wing it.
Well, we did. We named 3 each.
Yeah,
right?
I named 6.
This is like just a question I'm thinking about right now. Who was one of your favorite obscure champions that you really enjoyed?
Someone that won it that shouldn't have won it?
And then people were just like, you know, they may not have enjoyed it, but you really enjoyed his run. Or their run, or her run as a champion, world champion.
I think
Making music again.
Fuck.
Making music again.
That just means we're moving on to the next segment.
Yeah. You think it's the weight?
Is that a weight?
It's probably the weight of the belt that's making
We're going to go overtime because the piano's scaring the shit out of us. Someone that's obscure that won the title that's kind of like forgotten. Let's just stick to men because women there's plenty.
Well, you were just going to say Sasha Banks. So.
No, she's not obscure. She's the best in the world. She's the GOAT. She's the greatest. She's the conversation, the blueprint, the boss, the CEO.
Okay.
She's the entire deal. I'm not going to say the real deal because that's Zeta Steel. But, who do you got?
Me?
That won the world title, but it was kind of like, oh, that's crazy. David Arquette, is that what you Vince Russo?
He follows my account.
He follows me too. Vince Russo? You're a Vince Russo guy? Vince McMahon for that one day?
I really enjoyed JBL's run.
But that's not obscure, but it was something that happened that people didn't think was going to happen. Then he changed characters and it just happened. So that's fair.
The real Trump.
Yeah.
Right? The original Trump.
The original ice raid guy.
His promos were so good.
I'm not laughing at the ice raids, I'm just laughing. If you saw JBL in those segments where he went to the border and he was patrolling it, when he was feuding Eddie Guerrero, you know exactly why I made that joke. It should not be offensive. I support the people.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his run. I just thought all the promos, what he was doing, and it's just mannerism and his the way he was directing traffic, I would say, and to do all that was great.
I will say
absolutely great.
Because maybe it's not the question you asked, it's a different answer, but I definitely didn't like that run when it was happening because I was 2005, like 15, 16 years old. Okay. I thought it was going too long. I hated it. I want everybody to beat him. But now looking back, knowing what I know about wrestling now and appreciating wrestling differently and like nowadays kind of always rooting for the bad guys anyways, I look back and I'm like, man, that was a great run. I didn't appreciate what it was at the time because I was a kid that was like, man, fuck this guy. But it was a great run. Now,
his move was awesome too.
The clothesline from hell.
Yeah.
Obscure champions. You know, here's someone.
Okay, I guess.
No, you know who I think won the world title. I didn't expect them to win the world title at that time. I didn't expect them to, like, ever win a world title just for some reason, and they did. Jinder, right? And it wasn't. No, Jinder was. That was awesome. That was pride for us people out here. That's our that was right Desi pride, but it was good. And looking back at it, I wish they ran it back again, or it could have been better. Was Mark Henry? I don't think like at the Hall of Pain and what he was doing at that time, like it came so I don't know. Like he beat Randy Orton out of nowhere. Most people that have random ass world title wins beat Randy Orton, Jinder, Mark Henry, The Miz. Like Randy was a very giving guy, unlike a guy named John Cena. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think Mark Henry, like he got that run, and it's like it's you know guys like JBL, Eddie Guerrero, Mark Henry, they only had that run. A lot of them, and it was good, man. I
don't remember Jack Swagger's championship run.
It sucked. Nobody cared.
Yeah,
it was a weird time in wrestling. That's when the world title stopped feeling important. There was a couple of Dolph Ziggler runs that were very short.
But that pop was still one of the greatest pops.
Yo, when he cashed in, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest pops.
But once again, it got cut short. But that was like I wish it went longer. Like
who's a poor guy to
as
win?
A wrestler,
John Cena came and beat him right away. Rey Mysterio, right?
Yeah, because Punk walked out, left with the belt. They did a tournament. Ray won it, and then John challenged him. John beat him, and then CM Punk returned and held his belt up. Yeah.
You're the real Cena.
Yeah. Kane was a cool one too in '99. When he beat Austin at King of the Ring, and then Austin went back to Raw after, but it was just like, oh, Kane won the world title.
Match, right?
And then he didn't win another world title till like 2010.
With his mask off.
Yeah.
He never won the mask.
Yeah.
With the mask again.
No.
So.
That's probably another one that was like in '99. I was like, oh shit, Kane actually won the belt. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that was the year where it was flip flopping a lot. Like Mick Foley winning the first time was like, you never thought Mankind was gonna win the title.
I wish Mankind would have won, not like Mick Foley.
Mankind did.
But it was really Mick Foley.
You meant like it was more like his
gimmick, the actual brown suit.
The original one, not the dress shirt with the tie. Have a nice day, Mr. Sacco guy.
Yeah. Is that when he became the hardcore champion? When he switched to like the dress shirt?
Yeah. Because he was trying to be with the corporation, and Vince gave him a random title to be like, here's a title that you can have, and
the Union.
Yeah, and then he was part of the Union when
Big Show tasked him and Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, Big Show winning the title in '99, big one. Shout out to the Big Show. All right, guys, that's the TWC show this week. Mariah May episode coming next week, and if not next week, the week after that. If not that week, the week after that. Oh, she's not even called Mariah May no more. She's Blake Monroe.
Drop your comments. I want to see who you guys think.
Let me know if you even want it, but let us know who you think should have been world champions. Subscribe, watch Just Yapping, watch TWC Show, watch the Casual Conversations. Rhino coming up, Mustafa Ali. If everything goes as planned, Braun Breaker again this week. So, guys.
For a little side note, Justin started an OnlyFans page. So
yeah. It's just pictures of Arvy's feet. But follow Rain City Toys if you guys need your toys, if you need the hookup.
I do.
You have to subscribe to see people.
Yeah,
that's his tease. But
if you want to see my feet, sign up.
We'll keep doing this thing, and we'll see you all next time. This is OnlyFans.